Why do you never see a Native American person with a beard? I read that Native Americans almost always don't get male pattern baldness either. Maybe the two are linked. From my favorite indigenous-run parody site, https walkingeaglenews.com/2020/03/23 First Nations beard growing competition ends in disappointment / Brief Googling. Genetics and culture. Geneticals, they don't usually grow beards or facial hair as thick as Europeans. Culturally, they keep it shaven. A little bit of both. Genetically, some ethnic groups, like Indigenous Americans, East and Southeast Asians, don't really grow as much facial, body hair. Consequently, their cultures don't usually favor having it. Genetics plays a major role. My father, Plains Cree, grew a mustache in university. When I was a tween, he shaved it off. We all decided it looked ridiculous and he needed to grow it back. That was the most painfully slow mustache grow I have ever seen in my life. Beards? Don't even attempt it. Fortunately, I get my beard genetics from my maternal lineage. Had a roommate that was half Native American. And not only could he not grow a beard, but he had barely noticeable body hair as well. Which I learned after I asked if he shaved his arms and legs. I, on the other hand, could be mistaken for Bigfoot. We were both jealous of each other. I think it's the same reason why you barely see Native men go bald. Genetics. The only Native men I've seen who are balding are usually mixed with white or something else. Source. Am Native and grew up on the reserve my whole life. Native Americans are an offshoot from Asians who traversed the land bridge that is now the Bering Strait, so basically they don't have the genetics for a big thick beard. Genetically, we are predisposed to not having or having thinner facial hair, though many of us can grow beards. Culturally, most of us who can grow thick facial hair shave it off. At least in my region. They're hiding. It's an elaborate practical joke. Not sure what the punchline is. What even is a Native American anymore? My tribe just reset their roles. Meaning people who in the past that fell below the 25% blood quantum threshold for enrollment were now above that, and thus making tens of thousands of new members instantly. A Native American from my tribe can be anywhere from blonde, red hair and pale white to black with an afro and just about every shade of brown in between them, and along with that comes every type of facial hair you can think of. Genetics. I am MV Skoke Creek. Most I can grow is some chin hair and a soul patch with a mustache, but that's it. Hair on the side does try to grow, but it's small and patchy. Not in our genes. I have hair on my head, a little bit on my arms and some on my shins. Other than that, I'm hairless like a cat. I get a little bit of hair on my face, but that's just stubble and it's very spotty. I have very obvious Native South American ancestry, but with foremost Spanish and French blood. The result is a shorter build, light brown skin, almond-shaped eyes, but with a thick beard and hair all over. Chest, back, shoulders, you name it. I wish my genes would have gone the other way around. Tall and hairless, but we play the cards we are given. I'm Mohawk from Canada and have a full lumberjack beard. My husband's mother is 1/4 Native American, so he's 1/8. He got the terrible beard gene probably from her native side, but also the male pattern baldness gene from somewhere else in his family. Dude's lucky he still has eyebrows. I was always under the impression that natives don't grow facial hair. Some Asians also can't. Native Americans can often manage a mustache or small goatee, but not a full beard. Also keep in mind most are mixed with European ancestry today, so they will have thicker beards than in pre-contact times. Genetically they are not very hairy other than their head hair. Not very much arm hair or leg hair. So facial hair is hard for them to grow. Plus it's not a cultural norm, so that might why too. Genetics play a big role. I'm a 30-year-old native man, and I can't grow a beard. I also don't have a single chest or back hair. The facial hair that does grow in is uneven and sparse, so I keep my face shaved.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.